Mass Electro Titans and jump spells. I honestly don't think you could fail with this mass troop injection event. Let's begin. With 25 jump spells, you could just place them around the base, and let's just spam in the Electro Titans. We should actually try putting all of them in on the same spot. How crazy would that be when it comes to the aura damage that you would get from the Electro Titans? These are actually a lot quicker than I thought, because it's sometimes difficult to know how these troop injection events will go, as in like how quick they will be. Because normally if I bring a main channel video for these, I like to just try and get the fastest time possible, but the Electro Titans are really slow. That's why they've combined it with the jump spells, which I have to say looks pretty funny. And have any of them gone down? Is it possible to lose, do you think? We could test out that theory in this video, because I normally like to try these troop injection events anyway, so I might as well record them and put them on this channel. But look at that! Oh my goodness. Also, I have something to say about that hero skin. 61 Electro Titans. All of the jump spells spread around the base like that looks hilarious. Now, I think what we should do, good that we're finding another Town Hall 18, is put them all in one spot for this one. So we can spread some jump spells and just dump all of the Electro Titans in one spot. Let's see. Look at it glitching. It's almost glitching because of the Electro Titans being deployed and then the aura damage around them. I thought it might have looked a bit like more condensed of an aura damage, if I'm honest with you. It's definitely not as quick. They're splitting all over the place because we don't have any funnel, and that's what's nice about having the Electro Titans just spread from the left and right. Look at the clan castle as well. What I was going to say is that they funnel each other, but the good thing about this Electro Titan troop injection is that you don't need to worry about the clan castle troops. Those balloons went across to the Electro Titans, and before they even dealt any damage, because of the combined aura effect, they just went down. Now, will we find anyone else with that king skin? Because the Zeus King, they changed the knockdown animation. Before, it was like a huge lightning bolt, and it was so distracting. They've changed it where it's a little bit less tame now, which is good because they actually made it so these knockdown animations fade away when your troops are there, so they're not as distracting. And then they released that, which was like so distracting. Okay. What could we do in order to adjust this? Let's maybe take... I mean, we don't need more jump spells, do we? We could do the... Oh, should we try with angry spells to try and force the Electro Titans to the defenses? And I know we would miss the non-defensive buildings, but I wonder if that would then, like, take out the non-defenses with the aura damage. You get what I'm saying? So let's spread the jump spells out. Then we need to spread the angry spells so that as we push the Electro Titans in, look, they just go straight for the defenses. And it's great that they did combine this with the jump spells. Otherwise, it would be pretty useless. So all of the buildings on the outside, because of the aura damage, have gone down. I was worried about the storages. Oh, the Electro Titans did indeed then lose the angry effect by the time they got to the storage. And a couple of them... What are these Electro Titans doing? Oh, okay. They just got stuck because I didn't place a jump spell over that compartment at the bottom, and it meant that they literally were forced around, even though it just looked weird because all of the other Electro Titans had took stuff down. Now, what do you think about this event? Because I'll be honest, some of them I actually saw there was it the last one? I think it might have been, it might have been the clone spell event where I brought a video on this channel as well. And I did say, I don't think you could fail. And someone posted on Reddit of them actually like getting a defense from someone. And they legit placed all of their troops. They even used the hero abilities first, and then they failed. Like, I don't know that you could fail this. The only way you could fail, surely, I mean, I don't think we could fail this base even if we test this. But surely the only way you could fail is if you send in, like, one Electro Titan, let it go down. Like, you could time fail, obviously, but, like, an actual fail. And even then, look, it's taking way too long. I'd have to put the Electro Titan into more damage, like over here or something. But even, look how tanky the Electro Titans are. Like, we would just time fail. I don't think you could do it. Even if we... Let's not use the jump spells. Let's place all of the Electro Titans around the base. So now they have to punch through the walls. Can they do this without the jump spells? We're already at 50%. Look at how much time I wasted at the start. and then now we're at 50% immediately. A lot of these troop injection events, it feels like you can't fail, but this one is in particular with the aura damage, I literally don't know if you can fail. Like, if you're using the jump spells as well, granted. I'm testing to see if we can get away without using the jump spells. But unless you purposely dump them over the side of the base, what do you think? Could you fail? If you do fail, let me know. Look at the Electro Titans inside the invisibility spell in the middle. Like, how many is left alive? There's 2 over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We've still got like 20. Like, we've got half of the army now on. Wow. So this is where the jump spells are useful. And it's funny because my interview with David Burke on Judo Sloth 2 will actually release tomorrow. We recorded that a few weeks ago, obviously. And it just takes a lot of time to edit those videos and have, like, you know, what have we got now on 5 hours of content? Let's try and put the jump spells straight through the middle of the base like this. And then just dump all of the Electro Titans in. So we have about 5 hours of content on the second channel. And honestly, it's the intros that take most of the time to edit. But we stagger the interviews as well so that people have time to watch them. So there's basically one every week. However, my point was tomorrow, it's the David Burke interview. He's the live ops manager, and essentially I asked him about events in Clash of Clans. We had a big discussion about A/B testing. On my main channel, I will bring like a summary video to all of the interviews because I get that not everyone likes the longer format content. But we spoke about A/B testing and the troop injection events, and he mentioned this. It's actually quite funny seeing a group of the Electro Titans peeling off to the left, but then the others just following that jump spell all the way down. He mentioned the troop injection events, and he said, like, you know, we're trying to come up with different solutions, like the Electro Titans, they would be really cool, but then they're slow, they'll get stuck on walls, so why don't we combine them with jump spells? So it's funny that you will hear about the, like, theory of this event tomorrow, and yet it's already out. However, what we can expect is in the future more like troop and spells. He did say, like, spoiler alert for that interview, maybe some of the things they do is like even a bit more crazy. What if you could actually take, right, let's get rid of these angry spells and let's go with, I mean, skeleton spells are going to be useless. Ice block, maybe you could fail, or maybe you could fail by overgrowthing. Wait a second. Could we, like, this is stupid. Could you turn the Electro Titans invisible? It would turn the buildings invisible, but the aura damage would still hit the buildings. Would that be enough, even if the Electro Titans are invisible? I'm going to get back to the David Burke thing, don't worry. And I wasted all of those jump spells. Put way too many in. Let's just get the Electro Titans in first. Now let's turn all of these buildings invisible. I am curious what happens. So they will run forward, but will they actually take out the buildings? Like, they are. They got that gold storage. The aura damage of 60 Electro Titans is just way too much. They took out those buildings. Now we got to be careful. So obviously pretty spammy. You can just spam them in, but you can see that now I'll give you a little bit of strategy advice for this because I like to give a little bit of advice on these troop events, even though, again, like, how do you fail? Your jump spells, like, don't do this. Try and do it a little bit more, like, tactful down the bottom where you're opening up multiple compartments with a jump spell. That one in the middle was a perfect jump. So anyways, what David Burke was saying was maybe you could take not even heroes whilst they're upgrading. Like, sure, we could do controllable heroes. I want to try that again with the invisibility spell. But what if you took all of your heroes? What if you could take 6 heroes into your battle with this, like, troop injection event thing? That would be cool. Right, let's not swag all of the jump spells this time. They last a long time, so we can actually place those first. Then spread the Electro Titans, and this is going to funnel for themselves. But we want a good pack going through the middle. Now when they get into the base, once we've taken out the outside, that's when I'm going to use these invis spells. Okay, there we go. Oh, they're stuck in the tornado. I'm going to turn that invisible again just to see what happens. I mean, they are taking down the buildings even if they're invisible. What would you like to see for the... So, I'm going to be saying a little bit about the interview because I'm guessing some of the people here on this video might not be watching the Judo Sloth 2 interview. But if you do Judo Sloth 2, I'd highly recommend checking them out. I love those, like, discussion. That's why I made the second channel and just having a bit chat with the Clash of Clans team. But in terms of that interview with David Burke, I mean, I'm having fun here, actually. I think this event is better than I thought. I wasn't sure that I was going to enjoy this Electro Titan one, but actually it's pretty fun. In terms of that interview with David Burke, though, what I was going to say is another thing he was saying is, like, they want to play with the defenses a little bit more. Now, I think attacking is more fun because he said, you remember when they had, like, giants popping out of the army camps and stuff like that? There was something there. They actually, I mean, I don't think we've seen positive results, but he said that he felt like the results they saw were positive. It just wasn't the right angle, and that's where they've now came with this troop injection. But like what I said to him is, well, sure, because attacking is way more fun. No one wants extra things on defense. Sure, even when they did that, we got a couple of troops, but like, it's just annoying. This is fun because it's battle mode, who cares? And you can just spam your way through, get a ton of loot, and yeah, like, that's more fun. But he was saying that they're gonna think about testing the defense again, like maybe all of your defenses are down for the day. I don't think that would be as engaging as like having this broken thing, because even if the defenses are down for the day, it feels like just a regular attack, just you're taking advantage of like a dud base. Whereas this, you can't do this normally with like 60 Electro Titans. So obviously, this is more fun. Or in my view, it is. Like, the attacking is what makes it fun. Not having like things popping out of buildings, and even the defense is down, because he did say, what if the base was entirely raged? Like, that might actually be cool because it's a little bit more novel. But you would have to have something to counteract it, because the whole fun part... Look at the Electro Titans racing through the middle of the base. That's hilarious. They're actually pretty quick with the haste spells. I wasn't expecting it to be this quick. I mean, I have a couple of videos we're working on right now, so I wouldn't even be able to bring a main channel video on this. It's not, like, exciting enough that I would put a halt or a pause to some of the videos we're working on. But actually, in terms of how quick they are, this could be a quick one. But yes, that's from the David Burke interview. You can let me know what you think about, like, the defensive things. What would you like to see? He obviously spoke about, yeah, we could put Mama Pecker in here, and I guess they will do that at some point. They probably don't want to just use all of the best ones immediately, right? Because you want a bit of variety, a bit of novelty, and they probably want to space out the Golden Dragon, the Mama Pecker. I think they could actually create some... So, hey, I'm going to be spoiling a lot about the Judo Sloth Talks interviews here. Week 5, the 5th interview with Alex, he spoke about a lot of troops. So I was asking him, like, are there troops that have not made it to the game that you loved, but they're like, you can't bring them? And he said there was lots. Like, I'll give you one from that interview. He spoke about an eagle pet they tested where you could drop the hero anyway, and it was just way too broken. Obviously, you could just do like a Skelly Donut, right? Like, just drop the queen in the middle of the base, keep her invisible, especially with the monolith arrow, you'd be able to just crush the base. But they could do that sort of stuff here in the troop injection events in battle mode. So I think even bringing, like, they could get a couple of unique limited edition troops or pets or anything, and then rotate through them. I think it would be worth it. But anyways, a lot of this one has been me playing in the background and, like, discussing the Judo Sloth 2 interviews. I don't think there's much strategy on this, in all honesty. Let's dump all of the Electro Titans in this gap and see where they go. I was going to give you, like, one final, this is how I would take part in this event. I'll maybe do that in the next attack. Let's see how they split. AI at its finest for the Clash of Clans. Where does the troop AI send the Electro Titans? So they all go to different walls. Logical. Some of them break out to the outside. We've got, what is that, 5 going to the middle now? 5 or 6? Sometimes it's hard to count, but most of them breaking to the outside. This is where, if ever you see those bases with, like, a gap in the base, you don't want to drop your troops in there because it's so hard to control where the troops are going to go, right? Like, you don't know if they're going to break to the outside. By starting on the outside, you can take out those buildings and control your troops into the base. So, like, I deployed my troops behind both of those fire spitters, and yet I'm taking so much damage from them. Is the aura damage going to get that fire spitter? It's not, because the single's going to get me. Look at all the Electro Titans at the top, though. How hilarious is that? I'm going to take a picture of that, just in case we use it for the thumbnail of this video. Because obviously this channel, it's a little bit more like extra content, bonus content, unedited, and I will, you know, if I'm playing through some of this stuff anyway, my first thought on this channel was, like, just give you videos that I've already put on the main channel, but extended, like, show you everything behind it. But sometimes it's hard to do that and get that released in a timely manner because of how like long it takes to produce some of the videos. But these videos when I'm like, I will be playing this Electro Titan event anyway to see how fun it is, give some feedback. You never know when one of these events are like fantastic and I decide to make a video on it. So I'll be playing through them anyway. And that's why like this channel is then perfect for that. I might as well record. Sometimes when I do like the 5 versus 5 wars, let's try and find a better base for the last one. When I do the 5 versus 5 wars, sometimes like the matchups are terrible, right? And it's just not really even worth releasing that footage because like, yeah, it's an awful match. But maybe that could be a space where here, you know, we can record some of that stuff. So we'll just see how this like develops, but it will continue to be an unedited, just like quicker format channel. Some people want more content, but honestly, like production, whether that's pre-production, all of the planning that goes into videos, post-production, it takes a long time. Half this base is dead. So sometimes like these events and more timely things, it can be hard to cover and actually like warrant bringing a video on. But just for those that do want to see that extra, less polished, more just raw format, this is a perfect channel for them. I still don't think that's a good enough base. Honestly, I think they need to like improve. I've given a lot of feedback on battle mode in terms of like it needs more purpose. I suggested the old trophy system in battle mode, but even just more purpose, giving the star bonus in battle mode so that you don't have to, like, you can get it in battle mode, but it's like what you get is determined by ranked mode. So just having it in battle mode would be better. Okay, let's go with this base. But anyways, I think the matchmaking of battle mode is equally like poor. So if you are wanting the best way to complete this event, ultimately, I would probably go Electro. So start with jump spells. They last a long time. And basically just open up different access points. So even on the outside there, it's not a compartment. But the troops would not jump over that long wall. They'd have to walk around the wall. Then I would go from 2 sides. I wouldn't actually go from all 4 sides. And I would use haste spells. Because look at how quick they will be able to jump over here to make sure your jump spells don't expire. But also that the Electro Titans just race through the base. Then you can continue putting the haste spells down. And remember that your haste spells, they don't like just expire where they are. The troops will run through the haste and continue running fast until they get to the next building as well. And just like, look at that. Look at how hilarious it looks with the spells. And I'm curious, I wish it would tell me how many Electro Titans we actually lost. That would be a cool stat at the end of the attack. But anyways, 61 Electro Titans, that's how I do it, spreading from equal sides. Let me know what you think of this event, and let me know what you would like to see in the future troop injection events.